Peace and love to the family. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, the Truth Hey Rule, King Hey Rule, the Uyuzi tribe, King Hey Rule, the Truth Hey Rule of the Get Righteous podcast on IG, YouTube, and all other platforms, TikTok, and so forth. Make sure y'all go follow on all social medias. Today, we'll be talking about UFOs on the moon. Yeah, we're going to start getting into it. I've been talking about it a lot on the podcast, lectures to come. I'm going to start off with some mini videos to lead up to the big lecture to get y'all ready and prepped for it. So you're probably like, damn, hey, Rue, what's that right there? Well, that's a mothership, a ship on the moon. This is them showing you different parts of the craters on the moon where they found, took different pictures of different ships, different things, you know. They kept hidden and keep hidden away from the public. I would say if you're in the United States, that's more like towards our gov. That's just now starting to release real facts on UFOs. Other countries been releasing it to their people and letting them know. But let's get into it. As I showed you on the just on the first picture, you know, you're probably just thinking like, well, damn, what's that? What's that, a meteorite or a damn rock or something? Nah, that's a spaceship. One of the spaceships that they took pictures of and found on the, on the moon during one of the trips during the 8 and 10 or 11 of Apollo, as we'll get into later on. This ship right here is 3,370 meters long. Right there, you see the Eiffel Tower. 324, the Statue of Liberty, 93. Who is that? Q-Tub Minor, 72.5, and the Taj Mahal, 35. Former CIA pilot John Lear, there are millions of aliens living on the moon. Interviewed as has completely surprised the world, Lear has declared controversial information such as names, details in the range of 250 million humanoid aliens that, according to him, live on the moon. As if that were not enough, Lear has also reported that below the surface of the moon, there are urban areas where races of gray extraterrestrials live. According to the former CIA pilot, in these underground facilities, there are laboratories where genetic experiments are carried out. John Lear is a well-known and controversial character in the UFO community in the 1980s, 90s. You feel me? In 1953, an alien ship crashed and captured an extraterrestrial we call EBE-3, which then helped the U.S. government to build some spacecraft with extraterrestrial technology. In 1962, we had vehicles that could not go faster than the speed of light, like alien vehicles, but fast enough to reach the moon in 60 minutes and a few hours to go to Mars. The first flight to Mars took place in 1966. Even on the red planet, there are around 600 million alien beings in some human colonies. Now, if you are following TikToks and YouTubes and researchers and people coming out with videos now starting to do their research and look more and more into real history, you're starting to see people show y'all the outer space of our land, which is where they call the Mars and things like that. If you clearly go outside and look, you can see the sun and the moon is within our system. So it's not out there in space, you feel me? It don't take that long to get to the moon. It's just that they haven't shown us any updates of what's going on the moon, because we'll get into that. According to Lear, NASA has edited the photographs taken by Apollo mission 8, 10, and 11 to prevent some secrets of the moon from being revealed. I will show y'all some research that I have done and I'm doing to put together this final and crazy lecture for y'all. I will show y'all some pictures and show y'all some of the things that the that Apollo, Lance and them has said during that mission. These photographers were published in 1971 in the NASA book SB-246. Despite the editing of images, it is still possible to see a city. You feel me? A spatial base, pipes, roads, vegetation, air, atmosphere, 66% of gravity compared to Earth, lights, mining, operations, and a nuclear reactor. To do this, extraterrestrials collaboration was needed since many buildings on the moon were already there before the operations began. This has been done for the last 40, you can say what, 40 years or so, they probably saying. In my big lecture, I'm going to show you the videos. I'm going to show you who was there, who was on the moon, who was operating on the moon, what was going on there. According to Laird, everything we know about the moon is a government sham with specific objective of hiding its extraterrestrial activities and programs. He also says that the government has hidden the fact that there are many planets in the universe like Earth. Multiple. That's why when they tell y'all, tell y'all, and now they starting to bring up multiverse and all the movies and things like that. You know what I mean? Start to pay attention. Pay attention, family. Pay attention. I cannot prove it or I would already be dead. I cannot show you an image of the USS Enterprise up there now. It is precisely what makes sense to know the technology obtained after the U.S. government. I have injected billions or trillions of dollars into all of Tesla's investigations. And that's not all. Lear also gave another statement, which may be the most surprising of all. Lear said that our planet is actually a planetary prison and serves as a prison institution where prisoners must reach a higher level of consciousness. That's why when us that are into spirituality, into consciousness, into raising your higher being, talk about these things like that, because you have to elevate your inner being to a higher level in order to escape this plane that we are on. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into that when we get into more lectures and more videos. But if you do follow me, you're going to start to understand what I'm talking about. You'll start to understand what I'm talking about. Surprise misstatements like the previous ones logically need evidence. Unfortunately, Laird has no way to prove it. And he says if he had them, he would already be dead. We are aware that other researchers who have come close to the truth have ended their days in strange ways. Although these stories sound like fantasy, we cannot rule them out, and that's facts. And within my next lectures and next videos coming up, I'm going to show y'all the proof. I'm going to show y'all as much as I can without any of that. So just know to hold down your boy. You know I'm not crazy. You know I'm not wild. I wouldn't do nothing stupid. I got my boys to be here for and to raise them young kings. So we already know what time it is. First world governments carry out secret projects, invest in advanced technology, and have great secrets that they refuse to declassify. Little by little, we will know the truth, and the truth is more fascinating than fiction. Get out there, research, get your books, start watching your documentaries, start asking people, start building with people. Get on this information, family. Get on this information. We're going to get into a few slides of National Geographic. This documentary made by National Geographic tells us that there are alien beings located on the moon. National Geographic is producing a new documentary to mark the 50th anniversary of man's first landing on the moon. Tom Jennings is the man behind this film, and many people are excited about it. This documentary will be told in the first person and will include breathtaking visuals and insider knowledge about the incident. The documentary will feature photographs from the Apollo mission taken by astronauts. Simultaneously, it will attempt to address several issues about the moon, including why NASA has not returned to it. That's why when everybody started talking about the moon and had they been in this and in the third, and now they really got y'all like, oh, now that's fake, that's fake, that's fake. They ain't been in and did that. Of course they would do things, and they always put, reverse the visual so that you would think that it didn't happen. They did something was false, so to cover up the truth. However, a new film says that the moon is inhabited by extraterrestrials, which is actually what prompted the Americans to abandon their mission to the moon. National Geographic is actively promoting the film. In particular, many questions about the Apollo mission remain unanswered. When the astronauts arrived on the moon, did they find anything unusual? Did they find anything unusual? And I'm going to give y'all a brief of what's to come on the factual side. Various constructed buildings may be seen in the photos which could demonstrate the existence of life on the moon. Will this film provide fresh insight into what transpired during the Apollo mission? Hey, it is possible. Go peep it out. I left that up there for y'all. Go type that in. You can check that out and get ready for my next upcoming lectures. Right here, black woman body found on the moon. They will never talk about it. 1 billion years old, date back. Yes, that is a Kemetic 9 ether being. Not only one, they found 3. The queen you see right here with the detachments on their faces, because when they were operating the ships, they were operating the ships with their mind. And in the upcoming lecture, the final explosive lecture, I will go into details of the Kemetic 9 ether being queens, goddesses, what they were transporting, what they were doing up there on the moon, and what possibly happened at that time. To go back into what they was telling y'all about NASA's mission with the Apollo 8, 10, and 11. British author Timothy Good says in the book above, Top Secret, regarding the Apollo 11 mission, according to a former NASA employee, Autobender unnamed radio hams with their own VHF receiving facilities that bypass NASA's broadcasting outlets picked up the following exchange. NASA, what's their mission control calling Apollo 11? Apollo, these babies are huge, sir. Enormous. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you. There are other spacecrafts out there lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They're on the moon watching us. Then it goes up in here to tell you about Neil Armstrong, what he was saying, what he transmitted. Elliott crashed on the moon, drawn by William Tompkins. For information about Tompkins, see chapter 17. That's in my book. This is what they was telling me when they finally got there and started to circle around the moon. They had already seen that the spaceships was up there. They were already there. They was already operating, running, and watching us right here on planet Earth. This is the end of the lecture, family. You already know what time it is. Get ready for the big lecture to come. I am King Heru, the truth, and you know I'll drop you facts and bring them facts, as always.